ball gets hit out in the outfield, first thing we do is we run after it and we pick it up. And then we want to get it to home plate as fast as we can. So what is the fastest way to get it to home plate? Is it faster running with the ball, or is it faster throwing the ball? Let's find out.
Hey, get the ball! I can get it there way faster than Mr. Bollinger.
I'm waiting. So, it's always better to throw the ball instead of running. Now we're going to have Mr. Scott Moore, Coach Moore from the Eagles, and he's going to teach us, I have no idea what he's teaching us. Oh yeah, how to tag a runner out when they're coming into the base.
All right, today we're going to talk about how to tag a runner out at home plate. It also could be second base, third base, anytime you tag the runner out and not touch the base. So I've got the ball, I'm the catcher, and a lot of times I'll see the catcher set up to tag the runner out. So come on, runner. Here I am, I'm going to get you. Oh, wait a second. I'm behind home plate. That's not good. Home plate's right here. I've got to tag him out before he gets to home plate, so I want to be up in front of the plate, and if I have a time to get out here, I want to be quite a bit above home plate. So here comes the runner again. I'm going to get him. He knocked the ball out of my hand. What did I do wrong? Well, if I'm going to tag the runner out and I have all that time to do it, I want to take the ball and I want to put it in my glove. And the ball is in my glove. Now it's going to be a lot more secure. But to even make it more secure, I'm going to go ahead and put my hand on the ball and put both of them in the glove. So now when the runner comes home, I've got him. I tagged him out. The ball stayed in my glove. He can bump me. Anything could happen. This ball is not going anywhere. Another trick that I want to do is I don't want to tag him up high. So what can happen if I tag a person up high? Well, let's see.
Safe!
I want to tag him down low as close as possible to where the base is. So I'm going to go down low. Boom, you stop. Okay, so take the ball in your hand, nice and tight, put it in your glove, get in front of that base, tag down low, hold on to it, and you've got that guy out.
So for our club meeting this week, we're going to, since Easter is over, we're going to switch from talking about Jesus and go back to the story we were doing before Easter, which was about Moses. So just to remind you of the story about Moses, we're going to watch a short video from Saddleback Kids.
This is Moses,
Hey.
who was an Israelite born in Egypt in a time when Israelite boys were not supposed to live.
Wait, huh?
Moses, however, grew up in the palace of the Pharaoh, the very man who was enslaving the Israelite people. When Moses grew up, he made a big mistake.
Uh-oh.
So Moses ran away from Egypt
Wow!
to the land of Midian.
Ah.
After many years, an angel of the Lord appeared to Moses and told him to go back to Egypt to free the Israelites. After much protesting, God granted Moses his brother Aaron to speak on his behalf.
Whew.
So Moses went to Egypt.
Here, move there.
And on his way there, he met Aaron, who was ready to do whatever God wanted him to do. The Israelites were slaves to the Egyptians, but God had a special plan for Moses.
Hey, everyone up. Huh?
After rallying God's people to them,
Yeah.
Moses and Aaron went to the Pharaoh.
Ahem.
And said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, has said. Let my people go."
Aha. Shoot.
And Pharaoh made the Israelites work harder because of this.
Hey, how are you? Huh?
The foremen of the Israelite slaves were angry with Moses and Aaron for causing this trouble.
Huh?
So Moses cried out to God and asked why this was happening. But God said, "You will see what I will do. I am the Lord. I will deliver you from slavery."
Wow, okay. Hey.
Moses told this to the people,
Hey.
but they were so discouraged that they didn't listen to him.
Yeah, whatever.
God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and to do exactly as he said. So Moses and Aaron went to the Pharaoh.
Hey.
God told them to take the staff and throw it down before Pharaoh.
Huh?
Pharaoh was not impressed.
Huh.
He called his wise men and sorcerers, and they did the same thing.
Hooga, hooga.
But Aaron's staff swallowed up the sorcerer's staff. Yet Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he would not listen to them,
Shoot.
just as God had said. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the banks of the Nile River and meet Pharaoh."
Hey, Pharaoh. Oh, man.
Moses and Aaron did just as God had said.
Oh.
But again, Pharaoh's magicians did the same miracle, and Pharaoh refused to let God's people go. So God sent 9 more plagues to Egypt to show his power. Even with all the suffering, Pharaoh's heart stayed hard, and he would not let the people go. On the night of the last plague, Pharaoh woke up
Huh?
and heard a great cry in Egypt,
Oh, no.
for there was not a house in Egypt where someone was not dead. Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and told him to be gone with the Israelites. So the Israelites left Egypt immediately and made their way to the Promised Land, taking with them many riches from Egypt, and they took Joseph's bones as they had promised him many years before. But after they had gone, Pharaoh changed his mind and readied his army to take back the Israelites. When the Israelites saw Pharaoh and his armies come, they were terrified.
Everyone up.
But God made a way for them. Through all of this, the Israelites saw the great power of their God, the one true God, and they put their trust in Moses, his servant.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I just wanted to point out something, and that is that if you notice, Moses always puts God first. And God asked Moses to do something really hard. But even though he didn't really want to at first, he decided to put God first and do it anyway. So for today's verse is about putting God first. So I'm going to turn to Matthew, the 22nd chapter and the 37th verse. And there was a person who asked Jesus, what is the most important thing that we can do? What is the most important commandment of all? And Jesus answered this way. He said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind." So put God first. That's basically what he said. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Now, what I would like you to do is try to memorize that verse this week. And I want to see if any of you out there can do better than Nathan Chin of the Steelers, who memorized our verse from last time.
God so loved the world that he gave one only Son, to whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
John?
16.
Now, we're going to go outside. We're going to play a game to help us remember what's the most important commandment, which is to put God first and love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Okay, so to play the game, you have to get 3 containers. So I just went around the house and I got 3 different kinds of buckets here. Got my pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern. Okay, and then you have to get some small objects that you can toss into them. Like I got these tomatoes.
No, my tomatoes.
Yeah, my wife likes this. And then this was just a dishwasher thing that soap thing that I taped up. But you can use all kinds of different things. I have these little pumpkins that were in my pumpkin. Okay, but now we're gonna go back out in the backyard and tell you how to play the game. I have my objects here, and you also you can get like a small stuffed animal or just anything small, right? So we're gonna get our 3 buckets. Oh man, I almost switched the tomato. Okay, and we're gonna come out here in the backyard. Okay, so the object here is to remember what's the most important. So we're gonna let the purple bucket represent God, okay? Because God is the most important. And if you make it in the purple bucket, you get 3 points, okay? The orange bucket is we're gonna do last. So this other bucket here, this is gonna represent others. And we're gonna put that right there. And if you get it in there, you get 1 point. And then if you get it in this bucket, this represents yourself. You lose a point. You lose a point because you're thinking about yourself too much. Okay, so God, others, and yourself. Okay, so then we're gonna come back here and we're going to toss our thing, whichever bucket we land in, that's how many points you get. Try to see who's gonna win the contest. So here I got my tomato. I'm trying to get it in God, obviously. But I got it in God first thing. So I get 3 points. Oh, I didn't get any there. Oh no, I got it in me. I lose a point, so now I only have 2 points. Oh, and that's how you play the game. Hey, Mr. Hanna, why are you wearing a helmet?
Every video I get hit in the head. It's not gonna happen this time. Hey, it worked! Woo! And oh!
Alright guys, well it's time to end the video, but we just want to let you know that we really miss you guys, and we can't wait to get back and start it again. Hey, Mr. Hanna, 16. Oh, okay.
Make sure that you send in a video of you saying the memory verse. And also, remember, wear your face masks.